Welcome in. This is Abra McField, your Hair Growth Capital of the World CEO. Welcome in, family. Welcome in. See you guys pouring in. Welcome in. Greetings, Carlise. Greetings, Beyonce and Sag_Diane. Greetings, Elise _simply Mimi 2. Cash Mama, Forever Cherry, Miss Breezy 11. Hello, everybody. What's up to my subscriber? My name is Aisha. I recognize that name. I recognize all my subscribers. Okay. I'm really intentional about either remembering your names or remembering your faces. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. It is your girl, Abra McField, Hair Growth Capital of the World CEO. Hair Growth Capital of the World CEO. And I have the top. This is where I am the trusted source for the top hair growth solutions. That is because I have thousands of hair growth testimonies. And now I'm teaching hair pros to cultivate their own hair growth testimonies. So at this point, Abracadabra is like unstoppable, okay? And we just getting started. But today I want to talk about something really good, because there's a lot of misconceptions. Your hair, skin, and nail vitamins are not working, and they're not going to work. And there's reasons for that. And it's because you need more support. So we're going to be talking about my hair growth supplements today, and the top 3 reasons why this is the #1 supplement, hair growth supplement, I would even say, on this planet. You're not going to find, we have done the research, you're not going to find any company, not one, that has the 3 top benefits that my supplements have. That's why they work so well. Okay, so if you have alopecia, you need to be listening. If you have excessive shedding and you're starting to get a little concerned that your hair is not as thick as it used to be, or that it's just not thick at all anymore, if you have any type of balding or hair loss, if you have any type of breakage, if you have any type of scalp issues, especially dryness, thinning, like, this is for you. Okay, so #1, obviously it's going to have all of the vitamins and minerals that you need for optimal hair growth. So hair, skin, and nail vitamins will have vitamins and minerals that you need as well, right? But here's the problem. A lot of us have more issues than a vitamin deficiency issue. Most of us have blockages. Most of us have what you call DHT present in our body. And so what DHT is doing is blocking the follicle from getting what it needs. So in order for your hair to really thrive and get what it needs, it has to collect blood that's carrying oxygen, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, energy. Like, it has to have access to that. If your hair follicle does not have access to that, you're not going to have any type of action. The Classy B Hair Collection, that's one of my certified technicians out of Canada, killing it right now. So if you guys are interested in 6-month sewing, she also carries the products, our AK Hair Growth Therapy products. That's your girl in Canada, okay? So in order for your hair to really thrive, the hair follicle needs the blood that's carrying oxygen, nutrients, minerals, vitamins, energy, all of that, right? So if the hair follicle does not get that, guess what happens? You have no activity whatsoever, none. So if you don't have any activity, then your hair is going to shed out. It won't grow back because you don't have any activity. It's going to thin. It's just going to disappear. And if you ignore it, it gets worse and worse over time. Right? So DHT is called, is short for dihydrotestosterone. So it's our body's sensitivity to a hormone called testosterone. I'm sure you guys know what testosterone is. It's a male hormone, but women have it also. So when your body is sensitive to that, it will block your hair follicles from getting what it needs. and then you won't have any type of activity, right? So when it comes to the hair, skin, and nail vitamins that you guys are taking, yes, it may have vitamins and minerals, but if you have blockages, they're not going to help you at all. Yeah, it may improve the quality of the vitamins and minerals in the blood, but if your follicle is not collecting that, if it's not getting that because the follicle is blocked, they're not going to help you. Okay? So, of course, we have all of the essential vitamins and minerals that you need from optimal hair growth. That's important. That's the number one quality, right? Which is kind of common across the board. But here is where we start to get separated from the crowd. Our supplements have eight, not 1, not 2, not 4, not 5, not 6 or 7, 8 organic herbal DHT inhibitors. When you think about the term inhibit, it's going to remove the blockage. It's going to prevent the follicle from being blocked, right? First of all, for some strange reason, and I think I know the answer to this, there's a lot of companies that are making supplements or that are selling supplements that aren't hair professionals. They don't have a clue, not one clue, what's in them supplements and how it's really going to help you at all, right? And so it's very important that you have DHT, not even just in your products. DHT, the supplements, DHT is in all of our products. That's why our products are so effective. And people don't put DHT inhibitors in their products. It's mind-blowing because a lot of us are struggling with that issue and would see massive impact in their hair if they did have it, but they're not putting it in there because it's very, very expensive, right? So I challenge you to look at your products to see if you got any type of DHT inhibitor. One of the most common ones is saw palmetto, but that's all you're gonna get. They may, and this is a may, majority of products don't even have one DHT inhibitor in them. Saw palmetto you may find in a product, right? But only one DHT inhibitor is not enough. We have 8. Now, keep in mind, comment supplement if anything is resonating with you. If you're struggling with hair loss, alopecia, thinning, shedding, that's probably going to lead to some thinning or hair loss, breakage, dry scalp, all of that. Now, comment supplement, okay? So here's the beauty, right? Here you see a 180 tablet supply, right? So this is for 90 days. Then you have a 30-day one, okay? Now follow me here because we ain't even got to the meat yet, for real. Well, we starting to graze it. The supplement here, right, is $159. This is $79. So you actually get 3 of these in the 90-day bottle, which means you get 1 of these for free. So this is a better value. So I wanted to throw that in there because I see, you guys comment supplements. So obviously this is resonating with you. You may be having some type of issue. But I want you to know that if you're having an economical crisis right now, if the budget is low, I totally get that. You want to do something rather than nothing. Okay? If you do nothing, at the end of the day, nothing will be all that you have gained. All right? So doing something as opposed to nothing is the way to go. I totally respect it. Go with the 30-day just to get your momentum going, right? But if you can afford it, because you're going to love it and you're going to see results, you want to get the 90-day because you get 1 of these free in this one. So it's a much better value. Okay, so if you just now joining me, I'm Amber McField, Hair Growth Capital of the World. And I have the #1 top hair growth solutions there is, because we have thousands of testimonies and you're not going to find anybody on this planet that have thousands of hair growth testimony. Okay. So I can sit in this seat, right? And there's a lot of people that are making products or buying products from different distributors that don't have a clue, that's not a hair professional, that's not a trichologist, that's not a dermatologist, that doesn't know anything about hair. Nothing. Okay, or ingredients or chemistry, nothing. They know nothing, right? So you guys are kind of falling into this this cycle of purchasing these things maybe because the marketing is great, right? But what I want to do for you is really empower you to know what you are buying, right? And right now, this is a results driven era more so than ever. I am a trichologist. So a trichologist is the study of scalp disease disorders that cause hair loss and problems, right? And I'm also a hair growth solutionist. So I actually offer more solutions that actually work than a doctor does, than a dermatologist does anyway. Dermatologists, in fact, I had a lot of problems with dermatologists in the past. They do not know hair. They do not know hair. They know scalp. They know nothing about the hair that's growing out of your head. And so I had to learn that the hard way. And so that's what inspired me to become a trichologist, because it's in the middle of cosmetology, which oftentimes cosmetology hair professionals know a little bit of hair, right? And dermatology, which is the science behind it, right? So I'm like the perfect synergy between the two. So, and I have thousands of hair growth testimonies, thousands. Okay, so if you go through the page, whether you're on Abra McFields or AK Hair Growth, you will, maybe not AK Hair Growth, because we just now starting to really kind of separate and streamline the product so you guys don't get lost in everything that we do. But there's tons of hair growth testimonies, okay? So, and reviews, all right? So now I'm going over the 3 things that separates my supplements from any of the supplements out there. You're not going to find anything like it. And so far, one, we've already addressed the vitamins and minerals. And stick around, because there is a particular mineral that is, you guys are taking a lot of these hair, skin, and nail vitamins, but there's a particular mineral with too much in it that's causing reverse effects. So stick around, because I'm going to give you the 3 underlying benefits of my supplements that's not even at the top, but that makes a massive impact as well. Okay, so far we talked about the vitamins and minerals that are in these supplements that are making a huge difference in a lot of people's lives across the world, you guys. That's across the board. Vitamins and minerals, that's to be expected, right? But here is where we are separated. This is where we are in a lane of our own, and everybody else is over there somewhere, all right? My supplements have 8 organic DHT inhibitors in them. And a lot of us have genetic blockages. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm going to bring that up, Nutrafol. I'll bring that up in a second, okay? So 8 organic DHT inhibitors. A lot of us have genetic issues, genetic blockages. And so DHT blocks your follicle from getting what it needs. DHT is short for dihydrotestosterone, and it's our body's sensitivity to a hormone called testosterone. So testosterone is a male hormone, but women have it also. And so if you are predisposed to it for whatever reason, that could be genetics, that could be through nutrition, that could be through your lifestyle. Y'all got to remember that just because it's passed down genetically doesn't mean that you automatically have it, okay? Stop letting this world, this society, the medical institutions fool you, okay? Genetics is just a gun pointed to your head, right? But in order for you to be affected, you actually have to pull the trigger. You pull the trigger based on your lifestyle, based on your actions, based on your choices. Okay, so sometimes genetic can be passed, DHT can be passed down, but you can be affected by DHT by the foods that you're eating. Do you know how much your hormones are affected? Hormones are tied to hair growth with just the foods that you eat. So you can single-handedly create DHT in your body, which says, hey, I'm going to block these follicles from getting what it needs. And then you wonder why you're shedding a lot. But see, you think that you're just shedding. You may have a feeling that something is off, but you think that you're shedding. But at some point, you're going to wake up and be like, okay, my hair is not as thick as it used to be. Give me a 1 in a comment if you feel like my hair is nowhere near as thick as it used to be. In my history with so much data, thousands of consultations, okay? Data recorded. So many people, I would even say 90% of the customers that I have serviced have said my hair is nowhere near as thick as it used to be. Nowhere near it. So you just gonna keep losing hair and not doing anything about it, right? You're not changing your nutrition. You're not watching your stress. You're not getting great sleep. You're not working out. So you're not doing anything practical in your life that's going to help shift the DHT present in your body. And if you're not going to do that, fine. If you don't want to improve, you don't want to be better, that's on you. At some point you will, because we all aspire to be that. Hopefully by being on my page, I can motivate you to be that. But if you're not going to do that, then you need to get supplements. You need to have some type of support. If you care about your hair. Now, if you don't care about your hair, then this doesn't even apply to you at all. Okay? But if you care about your hair and you don't want to be bald by the time you hit 40, 50, 60, because I see it all the time. And I see my supplements reverse those issues too in your 40s, 50s, or 60s. But why get to a point where you got to be reversing something when you can actually prevent it? And so that's one of my missions also. I don't want you to get to a point where your hair is gone. And then now we got to do all of these things to try to get it to come back. It's about preventative measures also. So vitamins and minerals, this is like a total nutrient. Now, obviously, if you are like low in iron or something, or if you have other issues where the doctor say, okay, you need to take that, that's totally fine to pair it with this, okay? Totally okay. And you can always take it to your doctor. I always tell all of our customers, show it to your doctor. Every single doctor has confirmed with the customers, this is really, really good. In fact, I have doctors purchasing my supplements. Okay, so vitamins and minerals, very important. 8 organic DHT inhibitors, very important. What's up? I thought I just saw one of Lethal Looks Beauty Co. certified technician out of New Jersey. So you guys will see me on live and you'll see me shout out some of the hair professionals that I have certified to provide hair growth solutions to you for. So, and they're everywhere. Canada, so far we had Canada, we got New Jersey. They kind of creep through here. I don't know all of them, but some of the earlier ones, I do recognize their names and their faces. So definitely, if you are in specific areas, as I am shouting them out, definitely book a consultation, email, message them on IG, because they're here to help. All right, so 8 organic DHT inhibitors. The third top thing put this in its own lane. We're in our own lane here. There is nobody that can compete. Not Nutrafol, not, what's another one? Viviscal, definitely not any hair growth, hair, skin, and nail vitamin. There is no competition here, all right? So the third top benefit of my supplement is it has marine growth complex. So if you're just now joining me, we're going over the top 3 benefits of my advanced growth supplements that puts my supplements in its own lane. Nobody can sit in this lane with me. Nobody can come in this lane at all, okay? So vitamins, minerals, DHT inhibitors, and marine growth complex. Well, so what marine growth complex does is under your scalp, listen up, under your scalp, you have, thank you, Celebella, love the supplements. Whenever you have sale, I stock up on them. Great. Under your scalp, you have something called the bulge, right? Not the bulb, not the bulb, all right? The bulb is right at the beginning of where your hair strand starts to develop, not that. So sometimes your hair may come out and you'll see like a white bulb on the end of it. Not bulb, not B-U-L-B. Bulge, B-U-L-D-G-E, okay? You have a sac underneath your scalp. Every follicle does, okay? And it has cells in the sac, right? This bulge, this area is actually responsible for regulating how fast or slow your hair grows, okay? So here's the trick. A lot of the cells that are in that bulge are tired. They're exhausted. They are lazy, okay? They are just used up, which is why you're probably not at your maximum hair growth potential. right? And for a lot of us, this is normal, especially if you're not eating properly, especially if you're not sleeping good, especially if your stress levels are high. All of these play a role, okay? So those cells are dead, tired, lazy, worn out, and used up. So they ain't working for you, right? But guess what? When you take our supplements, it creates a whole new set of rejuvenated cells that work its way up, right onto that bulge. So now, this is why, okay, it seems like my hair growing faster. Your hair is probably not just magically growing just out of the blue, out of nowhere faster. You probably haven't reached your hair growth rate potential because of your lifestyle. You probably did when you were younger, but now you're not because those cells are used up. They tired, they lazy, they ain't working. They ain't doing nothing for you. They just sitting there, not doing nothing, right? So Marine Growth Complex is going to help rejuvenate those cells and actually get your hair to grow faster. Nobody's putting that in their supplements, okay? And so what that is so here's the trick. So if you're allergic to shellfish, you don't want the original supplements. You want the vegetarian supplements. So those would be without the Marine Growth Complex. But a lot of people ask, okay, if it doesn't have the Marine Growth Complex, will my hair still grow? It absolutely will, because it has the organic DHT inhibitors in them that's blocking your hair from reaching its maximum potential. So we got two major, the vitamins and minerals, that's common, right? But we got two major benefits that people are just not putting in there. You're not going to find that in hair growth, hair, skin, and nail vitamins. You're not going to find it. Okay. And companies like Viviscal has Marine Growth Complex, but they don't have organic DHT inhibitors. It'll cost too much. Okay. So, these are three very important key components that separates these supplements from every other supplement on this planet that's made for hair, okay? Even though these were made for hair, do you know how many people have said this has helped their skin also? Mind-blowing. Now, I know hair, skin, and nails have the same pH balance. So if it's going to help your hair, more than likely it'll help your skin, help your nails, right? That's just a given, all right? But the amount of people that said, man, I have been struggling with hair, like acne for years, inflammation on my skin, acne for a very long time, and single-handedly I've been taking these for 90 months and I do not, 90 days, 3 months, and I do not have that problem anymore. So I didn't even know that they would have that effect, right? So now let's jump into the 3 underlying benefits. Now, these are just 3 additional benefits that are not even at the top, but that are just as impactful. Common supplements, if you have alopecia just means hair loss. If you have any type of balding, if your edge is missing, if you're shedding a lot, if your hair is thin, if your scalp is dry and you feel like it's not moisturized. Oh, speaking of that, I forgot. Marine Growth Complex is really omega fatty acids pulled from shellfish, okay? And what happens is, hold on. So what happens is, a lot of us, so we have sebaceous glands and we have subcutaneous glands. So sebaceous glands release oil. So your body actually produce oil, right? Now, some of us produce more oils than others. Some of us have low functioning sebaceous glands. So if you feel like your skin is dry, your hair is dry, you probably have a low functioning sebaceous gland. So your body is not producing a whole bunch of oil. The omega fatty acids that are in here, that are in the Marine Growth Complex, the Marine Growth Complex, remember, is the ingredient that's actually helping to help your hair grow faster by rejuvenating the cells that are responsible for regulating your hair growth. But it also helps your body to produce sebum. Sebum is the best. Your own sebum that your body creates is the best oil for your hair. It's the best oil for your hair. You're not going to find nothing like the oil that your body produces for your hair. You're really not going to find anything like that. Now, our oils are great. They are amazing. but it's not better than the oil that your body produces. So the goal is to help your body produce as much oil as possible that you can manage, right? That you can manage. So these are going to help you do that. So that's going to help nurture your hair even better, right? Alopecia, and I'm usually using so many prescribed medications with minimal results. Oh my goodness. Prescribed, from like a dermatologist, y'all. That's a whole other conversation. Let me remind you. Now, I love my dermatologists. I love to give them credit. I honor them to the highest degree. They put in a lot of work to do what they do. They spent a lot of money to do what they do, but they don't know nothing about hair. Majority of them don't know anything about hair, okay? So a lot of times they're going to prescribe something to you that more than likely your insurance is going to cover. But what your insurance is covered is highly medicated, highly drying in most cases. I know this because I've been behind the chair for years. I've been retired for the last 4 years, but I was a practicing hair professional, licensed cosmetologist, and trichologist. I had a hair loss clinic. I got to a point where I don't need to see nothing else. I feel like I've seen it all, right? And anytime someone has went to a dermatologist, which is actually what motivated me to be an American Medical Certified Trichologist, they would prescribe something that would make the situation worse. And that's because the insurance wants to cover something that for some reason is really not going to help you. It's going to make it worse. So it's very important that you are on the right path with the products that you choose. And I know you trust the dermatologist because she's a doctor or he's a doctor. I know that's what we're trained. We're trained to do that, right? But I'm telling you now, I am the top hair growth solutionist. I've seen it all. I've seen it all. And I've seen every case where a dermatologist has prescribed something that the medical insurance company covers. It had an adverse effect. It made the situation worse, which is why I took matters into my own hands and I became an American Medical Certified Trichologist. Okay, because I was like, and that's why I train hair pros to be hair growth solutionists, to identify and recognize a problem and know the solution to fix it. Okay, so vitamins and minerals, DHT inhibitors, Moringa complex. Now, let's hop into comment supplement. If any of this is resonating, if you're struggling with some hair issues, scalp issues, you feel like your hair is not as thick as it used to be. If you feel like your hair gets to this length and then stops, you should be commenting supplement if you want your hair to grow, because it doesn't have to really be that hard. Like for our customers, anyone who patronizes my business, it's not hard to get to the goals. In fact, they're used to it. They used to be like you. They used to be like, man, my hair is never gonna grow past this length, or my hair is never gonna grow in, or my hair is never gonna be thick. They used to have that belief system, but as soon as they came here, we had to help them change that belief system, because your belief system creates your potential. Your belief system creates your potential. And without potential, you don't take action. You don't take action if there's no potential. And if you do nothing, at the end of the day, nothing will be all that you have. So it's not hard for our customers to get to their hair goals, right? So now let me go over the 3 underlying benefits. The benefits that's not even at the top, but that's majorly impactful with our supplements, okay? Number 1, the copper in our supplements. Okay, let me break this down. How many of you guys are low in iron? How many of you all comment 1? Put a 1 in the comments if you are low in iron, or if you are anemic, or if you have ever been low in iron. There are a ton of us that are very, very low in iron, okay? This is a common issue across the board. Anemia and low iron is a common issue across the board. Now that's a whole other conversation, and I think I'll pick that up another call, because we'll be on here longer. So here's the thing with iron. Okay? It's not just about getting iron enriched foods or taking iron supplements. It's not just about that. Okay? There's this whole triangle effect to conquering and combating your low iron and anemia issues. Not only do you have to have food in your body that's enriched in iron or take your iron supplements, you also have to eat foods that help your body absorb iron. For example, like vitamin C. Vitamin C helps your body to absorb iron. So again, it's not just about eating enriched iron foods. It's not just about that. Because if you can eat all the iron enriched foods that possible today, right? Pumpkin seeds, sweet potatoes, like oatmeal today. I mean, you can do it up on the iron. But as soon as the next day you drink a cup of coffee, you have completely erased every type of iron that thought it was going to carry oxygen through your body. Okay? So you're canceling out the iron absorption and the iron enriched foods by drinking and eating things that block your iron. That makes sense to you guys? Millionaire Barber, what's up, brother? So it's this whole triangle effect of mastering the biggest mineral issue ever, low iron. It's not just about iron enriched foods. It's about also eating foods that help your body absorb the iron in those foods. And it's about staying away from the foods and the drinks that block the absorption. It's a lot more complicated than your doctor. Your doctor gonna say, oh, take this iron pill. But why your doctor don't tell you, you need to watch what you're drinking and what you're eating? Because if you're taking your iron pill, you're going to drink this cup of coffee, or you're going to drink this milk, or you're going to eat this cheese, and it's going to wipe that iron pill right on up out your body. You wasting your money and your time. Okay? So the beautiful thing about my supplements is that it has copper in it. So what copper does is you eat all your iron, you eat your oatmeal, you eat your pumpkin seeds, you eat your sweet potato, right? Good for you. You got some iron enriched foods, right? You didn't paired your oatmeal with some strawberries, so now you got your vitamin C. You done ate a mango in between your meals. Vitamin C helping your body to absorb your iron, right? But then the next morning you drink a cup of coffee, right? So when you drink that coffee, it eats up that the acidity in that coffee eats up all the iron from that food, all the iron that's carrying oxygen through your bloodstreams, right? It's getting ate up like a vampire by that coffee, right? I did a live about this, right? So, if you're taking our supplements, the copper in my supplements say, hey, what you think you doing? Get on up out of here. I'm salvaging some of this iron now. You can't have all of it. You can't have all of the iron now. Okay? So if you are anemic or low in iron, and if your health really matters to you, because one of the biggest symptoms of low iron and anemia is fatigue. How can you have a good quality of life if you're always fatigued? Now, this is tied to your menstrual. Whole other conversation. Completely different conversation. If this is a real issue for you, I would challenge you. I would welcome you to join my subscription, because there's a lot of conversations we're going to be having behind the scenes that I'll probably just graze over on the front page here. Okay, so the copper comes in and say, hey, you're not taking all of this iron. You may be able to get some of the iron, but you're not taking all of it. Okay. So that's in my supplements. The copper would really, really, really help you if you're finding that it's really hard to shake your coffee addiction, okay? But if you are low anemia or low in iron, I'm sorry, you should not be drinking coffee. This is just if you care about your health or if you care about your quality of life. Now, if you don't care about your quality of life, then this doesn't matter, right? This doesn't matter. You have to care. I can't care more than you care. You have to care about your quality of life. And I did a live and I talked about ginseng as like a coffee alternative, because really all your body is asking for is energy. But you get a temporary high, but that crashes you later, and then you're worse off than you were before. The coffee is actually taking energy from you from a day that you haven't even ran into yet. It's taking energy from you from tomorrow, right? So I think it's really important that if you are anemic, I would definitely try teas as opposed to coffee. And I would try teas without caffeine in it. If you are low in iron or anemic, okay? And then if you just need energy, ginseng. You can comment Amazon here, and I'll send you the link to the ginseng. It's in my Amazon store, the first folder that has like vitamins, minerals, herbs. Ginseng is a plant. It will give you life, and it will not crash you also, okay? So the second thing, and we already talked about it. So 1, copper, which helps prevent the blockage of iron in your body. 2, the omega fatty acids that help increase your sebum production. So it helps your sebaceous glands be a lot more functional and produce oil that your hair needs for like optimum nurturing. If your hair is extremely nurtured, your hair will thrive and grow. Your scalp is like soil, right? Your hair is like the plant. And so if you really want the plant to really grow and thrive, you really want to make sure that scalp hygiene is really important, but that your scalp, that oil that your body, sebum that your body is producing is actually coming through so that it can actually nurture your hair strands, okay? So, and then 3, here is the biggest one. I would say they are all big, honestly, but this is a really important one that a lot of us are missing. You preaching to me again, tapped in right as you started talking about coffee, and it's something I'm hooked to. Good for you. I'm glad you're getting value. The third thing, the final thing that I'm going to talk about these supplements. Comment supplement if you're having problems with your hair, if you have an iron issue. Now, before I get to the last one, our supplements does not have iron in it. Okay, this is a really big, iron is a really big mineral, okay? Iron essentially carries oxygen through your bloodstreams. Iron is nothing to play with, okay? It's just nothing to play with. And some of us, iron issues are more than others, okay? So most of us, with us already knowing that you are probably anemic, you're probably low in iron, you're probably in your doctor's office anyway, and they're giving you an iron pill. It is great to take if you're low in iron, it is great to take your iron pills with this. That is no problem at all, okay? But what it does has is that copper that's helping to prevent blockage of the iron absorption, which is really good, okay? The last one is biotin. Biotin. If you have dry scalp, this is for you. Common supplement. And you want to consider getting a 90-day because you get one of the 30 days free in the 90 days. So it's a better value. This is like $159. This is like $79. So 79, so 80 is 160. So 2 of these equal this, but you get a 90-day supply. So you get 3 months worth of it, okay? So if you can afford it, you definitely want to shoot for the 90-day because it's a much better value. You get a whole 30 days free. And if you do the 30 days, you definitely gonna want more. So go for the 90. But if you like, okay, money is funny, I get that. Trust me, I understand that. And you are really intentional about doing something as opposed to nothing, because if you do nothing, you gain nothing. Get you a 30-day just to get the momentum going, okay? So biotin. Now, earlier, if you were here with me, I mentioned that there are a lot of people that are selling supplements that aren't health professionals. They don't know anything about anything that's in those vitamins, okay? And I only have 4 supplements left, time to order more. Yeah, because you want to keep the momentum going. You take 1 in the morning, 1 at night for those that are just curious. 1 in the morning, 1 at night. A lot of people ask, can I take them like 2 at one time? You don't need that much support at one time. And you want to keep your momentum going for 24 hours. So when you take it in the morning, right at about that 12-hour mark, 12-hour mark is when everything is starting to shut down. Then you take it again, boom, and you keep everything going. So it's just constantly stepping like this, okay? So, one of the magical things about my products. But biotin. People that are selling vitamins that don't know anything about hair, they don't know anything about health, they don't know anything about chemistry, they don't know anything about ingredients, are going to market to you, 5,000 mcg's of biotin, right? In fact, I would challenge you, if you have some vitamins in your house right now, I would challenge you to go grab the vitamins right now and go look at their vitamins and look at the biotin. If it says 5,000, I am Latanya MC McSwine. I think you're one of my subscription families. I recognize those faces. 5,000 micrograms, 10,000 micrograms is unbelievable. I can't believe it's even legal. I can't believe it's legal. The reason why is because you don't need that much biotin. First of all, your body does not create biotin, okay? Your body doesn't create biotin, which is why you need it. Biotin plays a really big role in hair growth, right? But you don't need more than what your body can handle, right? Biotin doesn't stay in the body either, which is why you need the supplement every day. So your body doesn't create it, and it doesn't stay in the body. So once you take it, within 24 hours, it's gone. Your body used it up, right? But if you're getting way more than what you're supposed to be getting, what is happening? So you only really need, everybody only really needs 100 micrograms of biotin. 100 micrograms of biotin. But yet, you have 5,000 micrograms of biotin or 10,000 micrograms of biotin. Wow. Okay, you only need 100 grams. 100 micrograms, micrograms of biotin. Okay, so what's happening with the rest of it? 25, too much. Too much. I don't get it. I don't understand why they're doing this. It's too much. So let me tell you why. One, it's going to affect you in 3 different ways. All right. It's going to affect your skin or scalp. How many of you guys took biotin and your skin broke out? Let's start there. Acne. There's a reason for that. So in your body, you have microorganisms that's floating in your body that helps block acne causing agents, right? But when you take too much biotin, the biotin blocks what's causing the acne causing agents. That's how the acne appears, okay? Also, when you take too much biotin, your body recognizes it as foreign. What is that? It's too much. It's too much. Retreat, retreat, retreat. What does retreat mean? Retreat means your blood vessels swell, so it causes inflammation. But in order to hold on to your hair, you can't have inflammation on your scalp. Okay, so it's very counterproductive to be taking 2,500 micrograms of biotin, 5,000 micrograms of biotin, 10,000 micrograms of biotin. It's too much. It can have an adverse effect. One of the most detrimental results or effects of taking too much biotin is if you're having a problem with your heart and you go to the doctor to get a certain type of heart test, it can actually shield the accuracy of those results. So either something will show up that's not there, or something would not show up that's there. Either way, you're screwed. It's dangerous. This is why I don't understand why it's legal to put so much biotin in your supplement. So our supplements have 150 micrograms of biotin. You only need 100. 150 micrograms of biotin. So it's very safe. It's very safe. It's not going to cause any other type of issues because of it having too much of anything in there, okay? So If you're just not joining me, I'm going to sum it up. I'm going to wrap this up. I am Amber McPhail. I'm Hair Growth Capital of the World CEO, and I am the #1 trusted solution for hair growth. We have thousands of testimonies. That's why I can sit in this seat. Okay. I'm an American Medical Certified Trichologist, a retired cosmetologist. I've seen a lot of heads and helped a lot of people, and I even train hair pros to help identify common scalp and hair issues with our customers, and they know how to solve it, right? So I'll say that. So they're creating their own hair growth testimonies at this point. So if you're just not joining me, I really wanted to draw attention to the fact that a lot of us depend so much on our hair, skin, and nail vitamins, and they're not going to work if you have blockages, if you have DHT blockages. So DHT is a genetic issue. It's short for dihydrotestosterone. It is our body's sensitivity to a hormone called testosterone, which is a male hormone, but women have it also. And it will block your follicle from getting what it needs. Completely block it. So if the follicle is not getting what it needs, the follicle will die. The hair strand will die, and it will not grow back, okay? So this is why a lot of us, you know, at one point in our life wake up and be like, my hair is not as thick as it used to be. That's because you probably got some hair strands and follicles that are dying off and they're not coming back. But because you got so many hair strands, you don't really notice it now. This is why this is a common issue, that this is something that happens gradually. And my stance is, why wait until you're bald or thin? Why not, if you feel like, okay, my hair is not as thick as it used to be, why not take preventative measures now? And so I kind of wanted to separate and put my supplements in its own lane, because you're not going to find any supplement that's going to do what this bottle is going to do for you, right? And so the 3 top benefits that we talked about was that it has all the vitamins and minerals that your hair and body needs, okay? It has organic DHT inhibitors in them, so it's going to remove the blockages that you have. So this is why we have so many like shocking results and feedback and reactions, because there's been people that haven't had hair for years and now they have hair. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. All you have to do is remove what's blocking the follicle from getting what it needs. It's very, very simple. And we do that with 8 organic DHT inhibitors in these supplements. You're not going to find DHT inhibitors in no supplements. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find it. It's too expensive, right? So we don't just have 1, we have 8. 8. This is why they work so well. Comment supplement if you resonate with anything that I'm saying. If you're having alopecia, hair loss, thinning, excessive shedding that you're concerned about, dry scalp, balding, edges gone, thin, any of that, comment supplement. Try it out. If you do nothing, you gain nothing, right? I mean, we have so many testimonies. I don't think I've had not one person say they didn't work, right? So DHT inhibitors, and it has Moringa complex. We talked about Moringa complex, how that's omega fatty acid that's pulled from shellfish. If you have shellfish allergy, you don't want to take the the original advanced growth supplements. You want the vegetarian version where there is no shellfish in there, right? Also, if you have a zinc allergy, we take out the zinc also in the vegetarian ones. Or not a zinc allergy, but a zinc sensitivity. Okay, so Moringa complex actually regulates how fast or slow your hair grows, right? So when you start taking our supplements, you'll notice, okay, my hair is growing much faster than it used to be. And more than likely, it's not that it's growing fast, it's just magically just growing at a pace it's never grown before. It's probably because your hair growth is very low functioning, and now that you're getting everything it needs, it's operating at a high function. So now it's growing the way it should be growing. You don't understand that your stress, that your nutrition, like the things that you're eating, that your lifestyle, your lack of sleep, your lack of hydration, you not getting live foods in your body, all of these things play a role in the functionality of your hair growth, okay? So Moringa complex also helps your body to produce sebum. And sebum is the oil that your body produces, the best oil on the planet for you, okay? Because your body produces it. And so it helps nurture your hair. It helps keep it moisturized and hydrated and soft and prevent split ends, right? So it's also going to help strengthen your hair as well. So those were the 3 top benefits, but then also we talked about the 3 underlying benefits that has just as a big impact as just as big as an impact as the bigger one does, right? That it has copper in it, so it's going to help your body to block what's blocking the absorption of iron, which is key. Iron is oxygen. Iron carries oxygen through your blood to your hair follicles. If you don't get oxygen, what's going to happen? If you don't have no oxygen, if you get no oxygen through your breath, what's going to happen? You can die. Your hair keeps that same energy. Okay, so if your hair is not getting oxygen, it will die. So a lot of us have sudden drops in iron, and we don't really know that, right? And then we have clumps of hair, just a lot more shedded hair than we normally do. So I'm sure a lot of you guys can resonate or relate to that at one point in time or another, where your hair seemed like it was shedding a lot more than it normally does. Okay, so the copper in that really does help you in that regard. It also helps your body produce more oil, and it also has the safe amount of biotin in here. 150 micrograms. You do not need 2,500 micrograms of biotin. Your body not even using it all. You don't need 5,000 micrograms of biotin or 10,000 micrograms of biotin. It creates acne, it creates skin irritation, inflammation, and it can shield the accurate results of specific heart tests. Very dangerous. I don't know why it's legal. Okay, I am Brooke Lavelle. Let's go. Thank you for telling me that, because I cherish my subscription because I'm offering more. I'm offering instead of going wide, we're going like deep. We're going deep in the subscription. So far I've moved to Bali, and so everybody in the subscription has kind of been with me from the beginning and kind of watching me kind of get acclimated to where I am now. But we've been talking about hair loss. We've been talking about like ways to reduce stress, ways to improve your body. Like, you get to see like my lifestyle. I don't just talk about these things. I am these things. Okay. My health is very, very important to me. My hair is very, very important to me. Like, my skin is very, very important to me. I don't just want to look my best. I want to feel my best. Okay. I want to feel my best. I have 3 kids. Okay. I am 40. I want to feel good and I want to look good. Okay. That's just me. Now, everybody don't want that. Okay. But I feel like everybody deserves that, right? And so there's a lot of plans that I have for the subscription. So definitely, if you guys feel like you need more attention when it comes to your hair, because it's $500 to book a consultation with me. But you're gonna be able to get the same, very similar attention and answers in my subscription. That's only $9.99, right? But you also get more. As we talk about nutrition, as we talk about stress, ways to reduce that. If you feel like you're blocked, I am the master of unblocking energy, okay? If you feel like you blocked and something is holding you back, something is not aligned, you feel like your soul is tired, you want to just be set free, you want to find more peace, you want to find more joy, you want to open up your heart, you want to find more excitement in life and stop living this kind of mundane type of life, that you want to join my subscription. If you want to learn practical things that you can do to help reduce stress, to help control what life is doing to your body, you want to join my subscription. Okay, so we talked about biotin. You don't need that much biotin. It's actually very dangerous. Okay, so we do have we have a safe amount of biotin in here. Okay, so that pretty much sums up what today's live was about. So if you feel like your hair is not as thick as it used to be, if you feel like your hair gets to this length and it stops, there's reasons for that, because we all have a specific hair growth cycle, right? How you come in life and then you leave life, that's a cycle, a life cycle. Your hair strands have a life cycle. So these help extend the life cycle. So if you feel like your hair gets to here and then it always stops, by taking our supplements, you're gonna notice that change. Hi, Charles. Charles C. Renee. I know you're a subscriber because I recognize the bun in the picture. So I love when my subscribers come through my live, because I know my subscribers, like, I either know your name or I know the picture, right? And so I shout y'all out, okay? Because we like family. Like, we family, but my subscribers, we family, okay? There's stuff that they seeing that y'all ain't seeing. Okay? So yeah, so if you're struggling with those issues, if you're struggling with alopecia, which just means hair loss, if you're struggling with thinning, excessive shedding, comment supplements. If you feel like, what's up, Reese Production? That's my son. Anytime my son join my live, y'all, I go crazy because he's in the States. I'm in Bali, Indonesia. So he's 16. Go follow him. He's an aspiring actor. He has been in a few films. If y'all remember Pinky from Friday, he's done a short film with Pinky and a couple other actors. Hi, son. Okay, so, and that's Reese Production, _ production, y'all. So go follow him. That's my baby. Anyway, so yeah, if you're struggling with any of those issues, dry scalp, excessive shedding, don't wait until things get really worse. I run across that all the time. Oh yeah, I started noticing it 5 years ago. I started noticing it 10 years ago. I started noticing it 2 years ago. But yet you're not doing anything about it, right? And sometimes, to your defense, you are doing something about it. You're just doing the wrong things about it, right? Because you don't have the education, right? Because a lot of people are selling things that aren't hair professionals and don't know anything about hair, really. So I get that. I understand. But know that I am the trusted top source for hair growth, all right? I mean, we have thousands of testimonies, okay? So we've been able to help a lot of people. And if I can't help you, one of the certified technicians that I train could absolutely help you. So you can just send me a message. I'll send you an automatic message with the link to find someone in your area who could provide the 6-month sew-in for you, which is a long extended protective style that can help you with massive hair growth. Our products, they all contain DHT inhibitors in them that can massively help you with hair growth. And just, here, you're going to run into a lot of lifestyle tips pertaining to nutrition, pertaining to like your stress levels, your hydration, your sleep, all of those things that play a role in your functionality, your hair growth functionality, okay? So thank you guys for joining. If you're just not joining, make sure you go back and watch the replay because we talked about some very, very important things. Comment supplement. You can comment supplement here when we hang up. You can comment supplement for if you're watching the replay, you can comment supplement. If you want to send me a message supplement, whatever you want to do to get to the link, I'll go ahead and send you that link so you can kind of do your research, look at the reviews, look on our page and look at tons of hair growth testimonies. But I highly encourage you to get started. And if you're going to make a purchase, it's a much better value to do the 90-day as opposed to the 30-day because you get one 30-day free in the 90-day. Because I'm telling you, you're going to love it and you're going to need it because it's going to make a heck of a difference in your hair, okay? So thank you guys so much. As always, I know it's late where you are. I honor you guys in the highest form for spending your time with me. I know you could be doing anything else, but to know that you're here and you're listening, you're paying attention, and you're getting the value means a lot. It really does help keeps this engine running. What happened to the other page or the name change? Yes, name change. Name change. You're late to the party, my gal. Yes, so name change. So before I let you go, AK Hair Growth. So AK Hair Growth is actually tagged here. It's a sponsor here. All right. So make sure you guys go follow AK Hair Growth because on my old name was AK Hair and Healing. All right. So there was a plethora of things that we talk about on AK Hair and Healing. Right. And there would be a lot of questions pertaining to the products. And I tell myself that question was already answered. It was just answered actually on the page, but I can see how you can get lost because there's so many things that we're talking about on AK Hair and Healing page. Okay, so I decided to streamline it. I've had AK Hair Growth. I started it up like in 2021, but it was just easier to put everything through AK Hair and Healing. So now we've gotten to a point where things are a lot more organized. We got a grip on everything. We're able to control our growth, growing pains and things like that. So now we have a page just for the product, so you don't get lost in everything, because some of you guys are really, I'm talking about really needing some help here, right? And I don't want you to get distracted. And so everything on that page is all information, this type of information that I'm talking about here, information about the products, like products, information galore, just about your hair issues and scalp issues and the solutions that we have for you. So go follow AK Hair Growth for sure. As all of the professional content and everything pertaining to products will now be there, so you don't get lost. So I'm going to talk about it here also. But there will be a time where I will be on AK Hair Growth and I'll be streamlining AK Hair and Healing, but it won't post. It may not post to AK Hair and Healing. The live will be on AK Hair Growth. So since we're making a change, and since you guys are used to AK Hair and Healing and the information here, I'm kind of starting here with it. So definitely, and then I changed AK Hair and Healing to Aber McField, because Aber McField is all that you see, right? And I want to share more information with you all about who I am and how I got to where I am, because I think it's needed more so than ever. There's just so much that I have to give, and with it being just a business page, it was hard to kind of release that. For example, I just put out a reel about where's my other phone? Where is my other phone? I just put out a reel about the fact that I am a broken girl from a broken neighborhood and a broken family. How, I struggle with, I was a suicidal kid. How I became a single mother and how I struggled with depression. How I became an entrepreneur and struggled with anxiety. How I built, in building my business, trusting a lot of people to help build my business, how I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in the process, but yet I still built $1 million company that's helping thousands of women and helping hair professionals all over the world, who are helping thousands of women reach unattainable, what they thought was unattainable goals. So unimaginable hair growth results, even despite that. How I realized that I had an identity that was tied to being a workaholic. And so in that, how I betrayed myself constantly, how I neglected myself and my needs, how I put self-care on the back burner, and I put my work and I put my kids and everybody else in front of me, and how I ended up on almost a deathbed because of that. How I ended up on a 3-month hospitalization bed where I thought I wasn't even going to live. Okay, because of that. Like real life problems, how I've been homeless, how I lived in my car with my 2 kids. They're 19 and 15 now, but at the time they were 1 and they were 1 years old and 5 years old. These are the things, these are the real life things that I need to share. I need to share my story, and I need an outlet to share that with, because I know it's going to help inspire, motivate, and transport millions of people. And so me listening to my guidance, I said, hey, in order for me to be this person that the world needs me to be, I'm going to have to cut loose and cut ties and emotionally detach from the things that my identity was tied to, right? And I'm going to have to start this new season, because God just kept saying you can't build a new house on old structure, right? So how I closed my salon down, how I decided to do that, because it was a decision, but it was a decision based on a download that I had gotten on a 4-day dry fast, no water, no food. So I trust my intuition, I trust my spiritual guidance, definitely when I'm fasting. So how I shut my salon down, how I shut my clinic down, just after only 3 years of putting $40,000 into it. You know what I mean? Everything gave me a reason to keep it open, but my spirit says I have to pivot, right? I have to be used. I have to help a lot of people, right? So So that's kind of where I am. So this is why I changed the name. So I'm going to be sharing a lot more, of course, nutritional things, practical things that you can do to help reduce stress, because all of these things are tied into hair anyway. So I always say hair is my talent, but healing is really my gift, because I spent my whole life really kind of, not a whole life, but 10 years on a healing journey, right? And so a lot of things that I've discovered that helps your health also helps your hair. So it's really just kind of all connected. And so that's kind of where I am. So I changed my name to Albert McField. So so some of you guys may not have known that, but so you will see a lot of content also added into the mix that I believe that's going to help a lot of people. Okay. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. We spent a lot of time. It is late. If you were moved or resonated with anything, feel free to join my subscription. It's only $9.99. I talk more about my story in the subscription. Well, you will be coming in right on time, because I've right now I've been sharing a lot of stories about my process from moving from one country to another side of the country. So that's a whole other story. Okay. And I do have some lives on here on the front page about that move as well. But behind the scenes, we're going to be diving a lot deeper. So some of y'all ain't ready. Some of y'all are not ready to be unblocked. Some of y'all not ready to invite a ton of peace and a ton of joy into your life and to really find the true essence of who you are. Some of you not ready. It's not your time yet, right? But if you feel like it's your time, if you feel like something resonated with you, if you connected to my energy in any type of way, join the subscription, okay? Because it's over $100, $200, $500 for any type of one-on-one consulting or coaching with me. And so I wanted to create a safe place that was economical, where you guys can get the same info. It may be spread out, but you still get it nonetheless. All right. So thank you guys so much. Peace, love, and blessings. Have a beautiful night rest, because you need it. All right. And wake up. And I hope you wake up feeling more empowered and more joy than ever, because you need that as well. All right. So peace, love, and blessings, everybody. Have a good evening.